And I am just so excited to have you all here. I want to welcome you tonight as we do our class on hair, skin, nails inside the integumentary system. This is such an important topic. And tonight we're going to just talk about the basics of this system. We're going to talk about your hair, your skin, your nails, and we're going to talk about how you can support them. Oftentimes, we look at our hair, we look at our skin and our nails, and we think it only talks about the surface of it, but that is not the case. Don't get me wrong, I still want you to take care of those things topically, but what I really want to challenge you with tonight is to focus on what's happening on the inside and how it can affect what you're seeing happening on the outside. So that's going to be our emphasis. Our body is a real complex web of interworking systems. And when your liver is abused, you might start to notice it in the color of your skin. When your gut isn't working properly, you might start to notice things like psoriasis or eczema. And when your hormones are imbalanced, you might start to see an increase in acne or in hair loss. So we really want you to see how all these things are connected. And I don't want this to overwhelm you, but today we're just going to discuss some of the basics of the integumentary system so you can see the whole picture. And then we'll talk about some of the worst things that you can do and some of the best things you can do for your hair, your skin, and your nails. We want you to leave feeling more empowered than ever and ready to kind of dive in and take care of yourself. So let's go ahead and get started. In the chat or on the Facebook, if you would put in the comments, who invited you here? How did you hear about us? We would love to hear that. And if you also are able to put in some things you're hoping to gain from the class, that will be helpful as well. After the class, I will be sending out an email to you that will have a resource guide in it. And it will also have the recording for you. So if you're on Facebook, please make sure that I have your contact information so I can get that from you. If you registered, I already have that. If not, I'll need to get that from you and put it in the chat. But let's get started. First of all, I want to make sure that you understand that what I'm going to be sharing with you tonight is not intended to replace the advice of your healthcare provider. It's not intended to diagnose, to treat, to prevent, or to cure any disease. This information is for educational purposes only. I am an educator, and I am so passionate about making sure that you have the resources and information that you want that's really going to help you to be empowered to take charge of your health. So that is our purpose tonight. Let me introduce myself just a little bit for those of you who don't know me. I'm fondly called Dr. Nozella by my children, by my husband of almost 45 years, by my friends and my colleagues. I'm a doctor of education, and I'm very, very passionate about empowering others to achieve the quality of life that they desire. Professionally, I'm a nutrition educator, I'm a professor emeritus, I'm a writer, a speaker, a researcher, and a wellness consultant. And like most women, I struggle to live that balanced life. But one thing I've learned is that I have to be very intentional, and that means taking care of my body, because I really believe my body is a temple of God. I was introduced to essential oils probably over 20 years ago, and many of you know my story about how I struggled to get answers to my health problems as a child. But almost 45 years ago, I found a doctor that believed that lifestyle and diet directly affected health, something at the time that was considered quackery. And that really started my journey on how I could look at lifestyle and the habits and things that need to happen in order to have an effective life and a optimal health life. And then it was about maybe 20 years ago, I was having some respiratory issues, and a friend suggested that I use some Young Living essential oils on my feet. I thought it was a little bit crazy, but when she put them on my feet, my respiratory discomfort kind of went away, and I was kind of hooked. And then, like some of you, I thought it cost too much money, and I started to try to find the same kinds of oils in other places. I spent a lot of money, wasted a lot of money, bought some things that really hurt me more than helped me before I realized that there was a real difference in the Young Living products. It was the only company that I knew that really worked at making a high quality essential oils from the very beginning of the seed all the way until we get it out our door. And then the only company I know that has done the science behind really combining the essential oils with supplements in a way that's going to make them more bioavailable to our health. So I'm pretty excited about that. And I'll share some of the favorite ones that I have with you tonight as we move on. But let's get started. What exactly is the integumentary system? Well, simply put, it is your hair, your skin, and your nails. More scientifically, we talk about it being the epidermis, the dermis, the hypodermis. It's the associated glands, it's the hair, it's the nails, those things there. The integumentary system is the largest organ of the body. It forms that physical barrier between the outside environment and our inside environment, what's inside our bodies. And its main job is to protect all the vulnerable things within us, as well as to maintain them. It's your body's first line of defense against pathogens, so it plays a really important role in your immunity. This system also orchestrates wound healing. It regulates your body temperature. It helps to synthesize vitamin D and detect stimuli. Your skin is a tightly knit network of cells, making it very durable against everyday wear and tear. The epidermis is that top layer that you see and you can feel, and the dermis is the layer below that, which contains the blood and the lymph vessels, the nerves, the sweat glands, and the hair follicles. And then there's the hypodermis. It's that connective tissue that provides additional cushion and insulation through fat storage. It also connects the top layers of the skin to underlying structures like your muscles and your organs. Hair comes from the epidermis, but it grows its roots deep into the dermis, and it mainly serves to protect the skin, increase your sensory function, and aid in regulating body temperature. Now, hair also filters harmful particles from entering the eyes, the ears, and the nose. And the nails form a layer of keratin on the tips of your fingers and on the tips of your toes. And they have a really important job. They protect the fingers and the toes, which are really prone to repeated trauma. The nails also help increase the precision of movement, and they enhance sensation. So now that you have the basics, okay, let's see what are some of the things that disrupt this very intricate system. And while we get ready to talk about that, I'd like for you to think for yourself on a scale to 1 to 10, how would you rate your hair, skin, and nail health? Just kind of think about that. How would you rate your own? Okay, I know you've been dying to know this. So what things are you eating or using that is causing flare-ups in your skin, your abnormal nails, and your hair loss? Well, it could be a combination of things, from poor gut health to hormone imbalance to topical microbial imbalances. So let's break it down and focus on some of the main culprits. Start out with sugar. We know a high sugar diet with very simple carbohydrates can actually damage the collagen and the elastin our body naturally produces, the proteins that give your skin the shape and the texture. Sugar consumed in this form can also cause your blood sugar spikes, which can increase inflammation within the body and cause acne breakouts and exacerbate issues like eczema and rosacea and psoriasis. So you really want to cut down on that sugar. And then you want to look at inflammatory foods like your processed meats, your fried food, high amounts of alcohol, sodium, candy, refined grains. They are all considered foods that can increase inflammation in the body. Gluten and dairy can cause issues for some people as well. And you may also want to consider your sources of fat. Highly processed refined vegetable oils that are rich in omega-6 fatty acids, these can be a problem if they're not balanced. They can cause inflammation if they aren't met with the appropriate level of the omega-3 fatty acids, which are in your fishes and your avocados, your nuts, and your seeds. So it's important that your foods have a good balance between the omega-6s and the omega-3s. And then we know that stress, chronic stress, can lead to major issues. One being candida or yeast, an overgrowth of yeast, and issues with the digestive system, which we know plays a major role in our hair, our skin, and our nails and how it looks. Remember, we know that 2/3 of your immune system is in the digestive system. And when stress is present, the body naturally produces a high level of cortisol. The cortisol increases the sugar in the bloodstream. And since candida feeds off of sugar, it can grow at a very rapid rate. It can also alter the immune system ability to really respond properly. And then we know that medications and antibiotics can be problematic. While medications and antibiotics have their place in today's approach to health, they can most certainly have an effect on the body. And it's not always positive. Not only can some have unknown side effects, but many can cause digestive or hormonal imbalances, which most certainly can manifest itself in your hair, your skin, and your nails. Painkillers can actually reduce your glutathione levels, which is considered one of the body's most important antioxidants and detoxifiers. They can also be quite taxing on organs like your kidney and your liver, which we really need for removing toxins in the body. So it's really important to discuss with your healthcare provider side effects and to be watching the health of your kidney, which most healthcare providers are really doing when you're on medications. And then we want to think about toxic products. Your skin is the biggest organ and it absorbs whatever you put on it. Think about all the products that you use every day, your lotions, your makeup, your soap, your cleaners, laundry detergents, body sprays. The list is long. I read somewhere that most women poison themselves numerous times, even before they get up going in the morning. Our skin absorbs these ingredients and they enter our bloodstream. Products that contain harsh chemicals, parabens, phthalates, synthetic fragrance, they can wreak havoc on your hormones and they can even begin to accumulate in the body. And you really don't want that in your system. Just recently, an independent lab released findings that hundreds of popular personal care products in the US today, in fact, 27%, still are contaminated with benzene, which is a highly carcinogenic chemical it was banned 45 years ago. How has this been happening? There are many companies that they're already starting to recall products. So please be careful what you're using. Please read the label. Benzene is detected in hand sanitizers, sunscreens, deodorant, dry shampoos, conditioners, antiperspirants, deodorants, body sprays, antifungal treatments, and most frequently it's found in aerosol and spray products. So be very careful. Your skin needs to be able to excrete toxins and protect your body from intruders. So don't bog it down with toxic products if you can avoid that. Think about it. What are some of the products that you might want to think about removing that might help relieve some of this for your skin? Now, I know if you're thinking, woo, that's a lot of stuff, okay? I don't want you to fret, okay? Now you know, and what you know, now you can do something about, okay? When we know better, we do better. Keep in mind, wellness is a journey. It requires baby steps to create the major lifestyle changes over time. But I do want to give you some things that you can start implementing to help support your integumentary system. First of all, just adopt an anti-inflammatory diet. Start eating fruits and vegetables every day. There's so many delicious options. I mean, peaches, pineapples, mangoes, berries, oranges, apples, pumpkins. Oh, I'm getting hungry. Okay, broccoli, kale, spinach. You can name even more. Sweet potatoes, spinach, tomatoes, garlic. You can also include things like chia seeds and flax seeds and beans and chickpeas. Your lean proteins like turkey and salmon and eggs and herbs. Healthy fats like olive oil, avocado oil, and ghee. These are all anti-inflammatory foods, and you can Google to find more. And then start consuming antioxidants regularly. Antioxidants protect the body from free radicals, which can cause illness and aging. Let's think about that with your skin. High amounts of antioxidants, though, can be found in foods like the goji berries, aka wolfberry, blueberries, pecans, dark chocolate, artichokes, elderberries, kidney beans, cranberries, cilantro, clove, cinnamon, oregano, turmeric, dry parsley, basil, ginger, and thyme. Another really great source of antioxidants, bet you guessed it, is Young Living's Tincture Red. It's made with that wolfberry puree, a whole food, along with the juice of blueberries, plums, cherries, aronia berries, and pomegranates. And it has that proprietary blend of essential oils that also contain antioxidants. Now, another thing you can really do is choose healthy fats and nutrient-dense foods. The best sources of your healthy fats include things like your avocados, raw organic grass-fed butter, omega-3 rich fish like wild-caught salmon or anchovies, coconut oil, extra virgin olive oil. You can also include your dark leafy greens like spinach and kale and collards. And if this is difficult for you, well, consider using Young Living's Omega Gies and the multigreens as supplements. They're really easy to take and make sure that you're getting what you need daily. And then you'll want to support your gut. Remember, I tell you, 2/3 of your immune system is in your gut. It's so important to take care of it. The microbiome imbalances in the gut can translate into unhealthy inflammatory responses in your skin. Choose foods rich in probiotics to help support a healthy level of good bacteria in the gut. Things like kefir, sauerkraut, kombucha, kimchi, miso, and brine cured olives. You may also want to consider taking a probiotic supplement daily. Young Living has a highly potent one, the Life 9, that contains 17 billion live cultures from 9 beneficial bacteria strains. Now, just can't do the health justice if you aren't drinking sufficient water daily. Did you know 7 out of 10 people are chronically walking around dehydrated? And dehydration can lead to dry and itchy skin, brittle nails, loss of skin elasticity, and more. You should strive to drink half of your body weight in ounces per day, at least the 8 to 10 glasses a day, 8 ounces. And add a citrus vitality oil of your choice to kind of boost the flavor and add some of the antioxidants as well. And now we have the YL Vitality Drops, which will also add electrolytes. So that makes it even more fun to get your water in. And then finally, support your detoxification pathways. Your liver and your kidney are 2 of your body's major detoxifying organs, and you need them to be working properly in order to remove toxins and even do things like excrete excess hormones so your skin can display a healthy inflammatory response. There's 2 Young Living products that come into mind at this point for me, and that's the Juva Power, which supports your healthy liver function, and K&B, which is a tincture that supports normal kidney and bladder function. Both are extremely helpful as you look for those ways to improve your skin and health. And speaking of implementing the quality supplements into your routine, let's talk about one that is perfect for supporting the integumentary system, sulfurzyme. It supports joint health, it aids the immune system, and it helps support your normal metabolic function like circulation and bone, hair, and skin health. It even helps support recovery time of your joints after exercise. Doesn't get better than that. And it's definitely one that you're going to want to make sure that you have on hand. Remember how I said the wolfberries or the goji berries contain those antioxidants? Well, sulfurzyme is made from Ningxia wolfberry fruit powder, and it also has MSM, a dietary sulfur that it encourages a healthy inflammatory response in the body. There is so much on MSM. You can Google it. I don't have time to go into all of it, but it also is a naturally occurring antioxidant that supports your collagen and your keratin production, two proteins that you need for healthy hair, skin, and nails. And it's pretty easy to take. It comes in capsule form. You can just take 2 capsules 2 times a day, okay? Or it's in a powder form now, and you can just mix it in with your favorite drink, a teaspoon, and it tastes pretty good. It's really easy to get. Before we wrap things up, we're almost done here. Let's talk a little bit more in depth about one other supplement I mentioned earlier, and that is the Life 9. It is a highly potent probiotic that supports healthy immune function. It maintains optimal metabolism, and it promotes normal intestinal function. With the 17 billion live cultures from 9 beneficial bacterial strains, it is the perfect way to support your gut health. And if you take a look at the list of ingredients, you'll notice that the majority of the probiotic strains come from the Lactobacillus genus, which means they are lactic acid producing bacteria. And this acid is necessary to maintain proper pH of the skin. I know we often think that skincare is just topical, but believe me, it goes so much deeper than that. So it's so important, as I've mentioned before, to support your gut. And you should notice the difference everywhere else in your body. And Life 9, you just take 1 capsule generally at night before going to bed. You know, the body is an amazing web of intricate systems, all working together for one goal, to just keep you alive and to keep you well and to keep you feeling amazing. And if you want healthy hair and skin and nails, it's so important to keep that integumentary system. Make sure it's getting all the support that it needs from the inside and the out. I hope this class has really left you with a little bit more information that will equip you to really take charge. And as I mentioned, there are 2 supplements that I think that are really important. There's a few others that I thought we might think about that have been really, really helpful for you. And they were mentioned earlier, and some will be also in the resource guide as you get this to support your system. But before we close out, I just want you to know there's 3 simple, easy ways, 3 steps to just getting the products that you need to make sure they're coming to your step. I'm so excited also because we have some specials this month for just a limited time only. Got a few more, not too many, 10% off coupons for those that are placing an order. If you're going to do that, please let me know. I need to help you do that. But you can just go to youngliving.com, add the items that you want to your cart. They will ask you who referred you. Click in that person that referred you, or if they have already given you their number, do that and just place your order. Now, I will tell you, there are some ways to get some even better deals. You can unlock the 24% discount just by purchasing 100 PV, your first order. Or when it comes to supplements, you know that you need to be taking them on a regular basis. So you'd be ordering something once a month. It doesn't have to be the same thing. If you choose to do that and get on Subscribe and Save, you also unlock that 24% discount. And you also get the opportunity to get some free product as well. It's amazing, all the free gifts that you can get while you're protecting yourself and taking care of your health. So I just want to, we'll stop right here. And I want to thank you so much for being with me tonight, spending this time with me tonight. And we're going to close out. Remember, if I have your information, then I will be sending you the recording, and I'll be sending you the resource guide as well. And that will be coming by email. So make sure that I have that information from you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey there. Okay. I think I got